So I was taking a look at this. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but it's basically saying these are the guaranteed players to go to the World Cup for Brazil. This is the goalkeepers: Alisson, Ederson, Bento. Defenders are Danilo, Wesley, Alexandro, Douglas Santos, Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhães, Militão, Bremer, Léo Pereira. The midfielders are Casemiro, Bruno Guimarães, Fabinho, André Santos, Danilo. The strikers are Estevão, Luiz Henrique, Vinícius Júnior, Gabriel Martinelli, Matheus Cunha, João Pedro e Rafinha. My only issue with this and my only concern with this is if this is accurate and this is true, if these are the players that are already guaranteed to the World Cup, these are 24 players, meaning there are 2 players left to be called up because the World Cup is 26 players per squad. And if that's the case, I think Ancelotti really just gave him a very, very hard headache. Because from my opinion, from my perspective, I think the 4 players that he's trying to figure it out, like the 2 players there are 4 players, and 2 of these players has to be called up. In my opinion, the 4 players that he's deciding between is Ryan, Endrick, Neymar, Igor Thiago. I think it's going to be tough for him, and I think he's going to have a headache because he was already discarding Endrick and only bring him into the next World Cup. But seeing what he did to Croatia, might have changed a little bit his mind, and I completely agree. Endrick cannot stay out of this World Cup. Endrick has to go to this World Cup. I think Ryan didn't show as much. He's still young, so I think it will be okay to leave Ryan out of it and bring him to the next one. But there's the problem. You got Igor Thiago, who did pretty good, who is the second goal scorer in the whole Premier League, and who's on top form. And then you have Neymar. So let's call 3 players. Endrick, Igor Thiago, Neymar. What do you do? It's a tough pill to swallow. I think in our perfect world, at least my view, in my perspective, what I would do is take Neymar and Endrick. If Ancelotti decides to bring Igor Thiago, he either gonna have to drop Endrick or Neymar, and that will cause a lot of talks and issues. Yeah, Ancelotti, I do not want to be in your shoes, but in my point of view, I'm taking Endrick and Neymar. I like Igor Thiago. I think he's a great presence. I think he's been on top form, but you cannot leave a generational talent like Endrick out of the World Cup, and I am sorry, you cannot leave our best Brazilian player out of the World Cup either. So you can't leave the top goal scorer of all time out of it. And the moments that Neymar could produce in this team, and that's what I mean. It's like Igor with Endrick and Neymar, you can put them in the second half, and there will be magic. There will be moments produced by both of them. I don't know. I'm genuinely very scared to that final call up. May 18th will be a very, very, very scary date.